I think it's fair to say that last week has been great for Liverpool. Lost to Newcastle in the World Cup final and lost to PSG in the Champions League. So what went from a potential treble for Liverpool has now gone to possibly only win the Prem, which for me I think is so great for them. Beginning of the season, I didn't think they would be so dominant in England and even be in that other race. Because Jurgen Klopp left Liverpool and was their first year onslaught, I think it's better to be so good. But for Liverpool, losing Jurgen Klopp wasn't really the biggest problem they had this season. They had three guys that, at the beginning of the season, were entering their final year of their contracts, who was Salah, Van Dijk, and Trent. Possibly, I think we can all agree that they are their three best players. And according to reports right now coming in, the most probable outcome is that all three of those guys are not going to be Merseyside next season. Trent's probably going to Real Madrid, and Van Dijk and Salah, we don't really know where they're going, but the most probable outcome is that they're also both going to leave. I mean, for the team who was maybe like, for me, one or two moves away to really establish themselves as the best team in England, or at least also one of the best teams in Europe, losing their three best players is going to be a very massive hit, as it would be for every single team in the planet. But for Liverpool, it's going to be even more massive because all of them, at least Salah and Van Dijk, adds a very big role in what the team's identity was and how good they were. And that's why all three of them leaving is going to be very bad for Liverpool. Now, if you try these exits and with the choices that make within the squad, maybe a goalkeeper and left back, all of this combines is gonna make that the next summer for Liverpool is gonna be a make or break summer for them. Because if they don't get replacements right, if they don't make the right transfers, we should know the transfer record is a little bit shaky. They have like guys like Darwin Núñez or Kakpo. They are good players, but maybe not as good as maybe were expected for the transfer fee they paid. I mean, with all of this and all the choices that make to the squad, who to sell, who to play, who to start, who to keep bigger roles, all of this combines is probably not only going to make or break their next season, like to dictate how good they are as a team, if they're able to repeat like the title again, if they're able to compete for the Premier League again next year. Also going to dictate how the next 3 to 4 years or even longer are they going to go for Liverpool, because if as a key part of Liverpool's squad making or squad building they are right now, how big there is. If they miss horribly at this, it's gonna take a while to recover. It's not gonna take like 1 year, okay, they can start over and recover. It's gonna take some way more time to recover because the core we've seen from the past years are slowly going away. And this summer, I think it's gonna be the biggest hit Liverpool has ever done. So I think this summer is really the beginning of the transition to a new era. The core is leaving, you have to make in a new core. And if they don't make the right decision by choosing the right core, choosing the right players to build on for the future, I mean, it could make Liverpool go from being another dynasty in the Premier League, go from winning another USL, or to falling again as the mid-table team they were before Klopp arrived. So for me, that's why why this summer is going to be so important for Liverpool. It's why it's a make or break summer, and it's why a lot of choices they have to make have to be spot on. Now, first looking at the three assets that you're going to see on the free: Trent, Salah, and Van Dijk. First off, it's already bad enough that you're going to leave on the free. Also, you're going to save on their wages, but mostly for players of the quality that Salah and Van Dijk and Trent is, you have at least would hope to have some money in exchange, but they're not going to get any of that. So in terms of difficulty, in terms of getting a replacement, I think Trent is the last one, because I think the replacement, I think it's very easy to identify and still is already at the club, and that is Conor Bradley. Conor Bradley has already been the backup right back for I think 2 seasons now, and last year when Trent got injured, I think at the key stage of the season, Bradley kind of stepped up to the plate and proved that he's a very good player. And even this season, it kind of felt odd that Conor Bradley wasn't going to get as much game time as maybe were last season, and now with Trent injured, it's another chance to really make Conor Bradley prove he can for next season to really be the next right back. Because I can believe, I don't know if he can really get to the level that Trent was during his prime years, but I can really believe that he can very much have the same type of impact that Trent has had in Liverpool these past years. I see in him a very much Trent-like vision. So if I had to obviously the back right back position now is going to be feel empty, and Bradley's going to have a lot of minutes on his plate. But for me, to lose a guy like Trent and be able to already have a guy like Conor Bradley in their squad to come in and take his minutes, I think Liverpool are very, very blessed to have a guy of this quality that's sitting around just waiting for this opportunity to really implement himself in starting 11 and become a key player for Liverpool moving forward. Van Dijk is kind of like in the middle of the difficulty because they already have Konate and Kwanzaa in the squad, but still losing Van Dijk is going to be very big because Van Dijk was their main anchor of the defense, was their main guy defensively. It's a guy that whenever you face against him, you'll be scared because of how good he is. But honest, I think Konate, for me, I believe in him to kind of step up to be the main anchor of the defense next year. We've seen a lot of coaches praise Konate this season. I think that's fair. He's been a very good player. And I think next season, I think with Van Dijk leaving, I can see very much him take his role in the team. And you also have Kwanzaa in the team, who I don't really believe that he could already become the regular starter for. I mean, he can be the regular starter for next season. But I'll very much like to see Liverpool bringing a third at the back, third defender, because only have Konate and Kwanzaa in their defense. Obviously, they have Troy Gomez as a third option. But for me, that's enough. You have to bring in a replacement, and the current reports they are looking at replacements. I've seen Dean Ocean, who I think would be a great signing from Bournemouth at the back. This got his first Spain call-up. I think that would be amazing. I think it would be a very big signing for Liverpool. And also, the back from Dortmund. So I can see Liverpool already making the right choices in bringing center back. Not one that's going to be like already immensely good enough, but a guy that's going to slot perfectly in their defense and it's going to complement very well alongside Konate and Kwanzaa. And I mean, I don't see the defense being as good as with Van Dijk, but if everything goes right, it can be still very, very good. Now, the most difficult guy to replace is definitely Mo Salah. I mean, in the whole world, if you had to pick one guy who's going to be the hardest to replace, it had to be Salah. Especially with Liverpool, all the squad is right now is even a harder job to replace him because looking at the forwards that Liverpool have, I mean, Luis Diaz, Darwin Núñez, Gakpo, Diego Jota, they are pretty good players, they're good players, but I don't trust them to, like, one of them to even do half what Salah has been doing this season. The fact that Salah has been doing what he's doing this season, putting maybe together one of the best seasons in Premier League history, with the attack he has around him, I think the talent around him is pretty weak. I don't trust any of them to really be the second option to a very good attack. You see like attacks all around the world. You have Barcelona with Lamine Yamal and Rafinha, that's two great guys, Lewandowski. Real Madrid with Rodrigo, Mbappe, Vini. Man City with Alan, that guys, Doku, Savinho, who are still good enough. Liverpool maybe has the worst all-round attack. They have Salah and possibly no one more. So that's really why there's. I mean, he has the best impact in the Premier League. Point. Looking at the stats, he contributes around 64% of Liverpool's goals this season, and that is very high compared to Isaac's numbers, Allen's, and Cole Palmer's as well. So, I mean, if you look at the stats, look at how they play, Salah is really the only guy in the attack that's making things happen for Liverpool. Without him, they're going with the best attack in the Prem to very much a very, very average attack in the Prem. For me, obviously, with this tough shop, I think the best option for Liverpool to go is to buy two players. Obviously, if you want to go try and replace Salah with one guy, that'd be impossible. First off, that'd be such a very big burden for only one guy to have. I think there's a guy in the world who's available to move this summer that could replicate what Salah's been doing in terms of carrying this attack. So bringing two guys who can provide a very good output will probably be the best for Liverpool, because their best years come from having a very balanced attack. When they had Mane, Firmino, Salah all together, they were one of the best teams in Europe. They were I don't say dynasty, but they had a very successful era with Jurgen Klopp. And to go from there to Salah's being the only guy in the attack, they need to change that. And bring in two guys will probably be the best, I would say the best solution to making their attack a little more all-round. Now, I also have to go to the choices within the squad they need to make. The first off, they are the goalkeepers. They have three incredible options at the goalkeepers. They have Alisson, Marshvili, and Gallagher. Also, as you know, Gallagher is kind of the main out of the side guy, because Gallagher has been at the exit door for, I think, the whole season right now, because he wants to be a starter, and they didn't really manage to sell them, but now this summer they have to sell them. But still, the choice between Alisson and Marshvili is still a very tough one. Alisson has proven to be very key in these past 2 weeks, So it feels very tough to just bench him or sell him into the summer, like to Saudi Arabia. But also, Marshvili has been developing well at Valencia. He's proven enough to be a great goalkeeper, and also put him at the bench is also feels very harsh. And I don't see Alisson kind of dropping massively in performance next season. That he feels a clear pathway from Marshvili into the first team. I think it's going to be a very tough choice between both these guys for Liverpool, and they have to make the right decision. Also moving to left back, and Robertson is getting old. He's not that good not that good anymore. Same thing goes to Simikas. The new left back as Botin. I think in terms of left back, the priority to bring in a new left back is not as high as others were. I think maybe this could be a position where it's kind of late till next year to make the move. But regardless of where they make that move, either it's this summer or next year's summer, they have to make something there in that position. Because we can see in the games that Robertson is not playing as he once was. So to really get the best of the team, they have to make in a new left back in order to improve defensively and also improve offensively. And finally, even though Liverpool's midfield is already pretty good, with Gravenberch kind of coming up as being a very good number 6, as McAllister supply being good, I still think they might need a new midfielder, kind of be their main option off the bench, kind of something different being brought off the bench. I think Gravenberch is a great number 6. Sometimes you maybe require some other things from number 6, maybe something more defensively or whatever. I think a new guy to go to midfield, offer them something new, would be the best. When we get closer to the summer, I think I'm gonna make another video talking about which players should they target and who should they sign for each position to replace each player. But for now, I mean, really the main impression I have from Liverpool this season and right now that next summer is gonna be very much a make or break summer. And I'm really excited to see how well they do, because great teams, when it comes to these pressure moments, they need to do well, and that's what makes teams great. So for now, I'm just very excited to see what's going to happen next summer in terms of around Liverpool. So that'll be it. Peace.